Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video and welcome back to week 2 of 2024 with more Gran Turismo 7 daily races. Yes, we're diving back in this week to have a look at what races we've got coming up, and this first one I am very excited for. It is Nissan 370Zs here at Tsukuba. Yeah, quite an iconic little circuit and a car that I think is probably up towards the higher end of what you'd want to race here. But yeah, we're starting P10. I only jumped on and did a couple of laps of practice before we got into this, so we'll wait and see as to how we get on. Of course, if you're new around here, please do make sure you get yourself subscribed. It's going to be lights out, and away we go there. Just use the traction through the initial phase, but yeah, let's wait and see as to what happens in towards turn 1. There already a lot of bumping and bashing going on, and well, that guy as well there, clearly the German down my inside at turn 1 decided he was going to overtake everyone and everyone right then and there. So yeah, we obviously just want to try and keep it clean and tidy. Maybe I've jumped on in a little bit of a rogue time today. I mean, how aggressive is this to kickstart this race? Yeah, everyone clearly wanted to try and smash 7 bells out of each other. But yeah, we'll just try and kind of hang around at the back and see if we can make our way through the chaos there as well. This guy, I'm down his inside, but apparently I'm not going to warrant any room there, as we'll try and get down his inside on the exit of the corner as well, and we'll be back up then into P10. It is one of those races where you either get your elbows out or you get elbowed out by the looks of it. So we make our way through the final corner though. Yeah, this 370, got to be really careful, or again, just get punted out there. Are penalties turned off for this? I can only assume penalties are turned off for this race. This is, I mean, peak Gran Turismo. Well, this is Forza is what this is. Oh, we got yellows. I've got someone to race with again. Anthony there, don't know what's happened to him, but he's clearly had a little bit of a nightmare. And we've now got someone to race for hopefully these final couple of laps then. But, I mean, I'm expecting there to be more carnage and chaos further up the road before this race is done and dusted. But yeah, really struggling actually to try and extract pace out of this car. I don't really, where I don't play Gran Turismo still all too much, and obviously this is what I want to try and rectify in 2024. My pace in the road cars is really not fantastic there as we make our way through the final couple of turns. If anyone can give me any pointers as to what it is exactly that I'm doing wrong, it would be greatly appreciated, because well, we're still a good 2-3 seconds off the pace at the moment, and this is a very short lap here at Tsukuba. I didn't check actually. Oh, there we go, there's more carnage, another one in the wall. Yeah, I didn't actually check either as to what tyres we were allowed to use. I just bolted on a set of the sports hards because those are the ones that the game gave me. But yeah, whether I've kind of missed something in that, I genuinely think penalties are turned off for this. I think Daily Race A doesn't actually affect your SR, so that probably explains what on earth that was down at turn 1. And unfortunately, yeah, we might have just had quite a clean race in the LFA last week that has not been duplicated here. But one more lap to go then. There is definitely still more battles going on further ahead, and you can see we are finding time in the car as well. They're just trying to be super smooth with my inputs, but you can see the guy behind me is getting a little bit bored of waiting around. There's a 106.3 there, puts us about 2 seconds away. So he's going to try and have a look down my inside at turn 1. We'll give him a car's width and nothing more as all he gets a bit of a wobble, so we'll try and hook it up clean around the outside there. But yeah, really struggling actually with the throttle application in this thing. Just feel like I'm not driving this car the right way, as all still battles going on just up the road. Obviously, if you guys can give me any pointers, it would be greatly appreciated then. But yeah, what is this guy doing then in the purple car? As here we go, Anthony to the outside. Just try and park it on the apex. Don't allow him to get a switch on me. You can see there he again gets a little bit of a wobble as we try and make our way out onto the back straight. He's going to have to duck himself back into the toe then. One more corner to go then of Daily Race A. Are we going to see a big dive bomb? Oh, no, I'm going to get all kinds of squirrely. We are going to claim a freebie, though, as the Russian messes it up then. It's P10 here at the final corner. Not my greatest ever race, it must be said. But yeah, I think we're going to leave Daily Race A behind us. Well, getting ready then for Daily Race B, and this one is a true Gran Turismo Classic. Group 4 cars here at Dragon Trail Seaside. Yes, I'm going to be trying to tackle the death chicane after an interesting Daily Race A. We've got 4 laps here for Daily Race B then. So again, obviously 2 very, very short quick-fire races. Last week's Daily Race B didn't quite go my way. I got turned at turn 1 and then had the dullest race of my life. So fingers crossed we can have a bit of a better one here. There is immediately giving myself a migraine over the curbing. But yeah, this one appears to be the battle of the Mazda 3 and the return of the McLaren 650S as well then. So hello to my old friend. We actually had quite a decent Daily Race C in last week out, obviously back at Catalunya, but making our way down into turn 1. Ferrari there immediately is going to swoop straight through and up into P15, but I don't mind sitting at the back early on. I'm waiting for the carnage to unfold, as it so often does, especially on a track like this. Whoa. As we just run a little bit wide there through the first few corners. And I get a half-second penalty for that. So, got to be very, very careful then. Certainly lost some time in that moment, but Gran Turismo does not accept that as a reasonable excuse. It will still punish you there as Ferrari. Well, he was getting very, very loose and lively and has decided that's enough for him. 2 of them have decided that's enough for them. So, well, we're back up to P14 then, which I guess we can be quite happy with. But how are people going to fare the death chicane on lap 1 as we make our way in? Oh, lots of understeer on the way into the corner. I will give the McLaren credit, though. It is very, very stable on the throttle around here. So yeah, I think we're going to need 4th gear on the way out. Oh, Ferrari messed it up in front of me. That's going to be him in trouble. And even though we've got a penalty, we should still get a run on him. We're going to be pretty even between us. Oh, there we go. Yep, so we're going to be side by side then in towards the final chicane. Can we have a look down the inside? Yes, we will. And there we go. We're actually getting a good little battle out of it. Make sure we give him the room on the exit of that final corner. And now we're going to be heading back up over the start-finish line then. So we've already survived 1 lap, which was better than I did in last week's Daily Race B. But yeah, that Ferrari clearly has just about got the legs on me as we make our way back into turn 1. He was confident on the brakes there last time round, and he will be again. Although it doesn't quite connect with the apex this time round, so we'll try. Oh, I couldn't quite get the run off of the corner there, unfortunately. I was going to try and see if we could switch him off the turn, but yeah, just that little moment of oversteer. I think the thing is as well with Gran Turismo is you've got to learn or got to get used to when it's going to snap or when you feel like it might and it actually does grip up. It feels like it is quite, you know, I think difficult is the wrong word, but you've kind of just got to get that muscle memory in on this title there as well. I thought we took a bit of a tidier line than Ferrari in front, which we have done. But unless he has to lift out of it, it's not going to make much difference. Oh, a big fishtail moment as we make our way up over the top of the hill. You can still see there's plenty of battling going on further up the road. But we are having a really good battle here. As around the outside we'll try and go. Can we put the throttle down? Oh, just a little bit wide there. Use that curbing to keep the car away from the wall. But yeah, he's still going to be ahead of me as we make our way back through into the death chicane there. Just braking out slightly early. Oh, there you go. He's messed it up again. And I thought maybe I didn't carry enough speed through there, but he certainly carried too much. But yeah, dropping away a little bit from the cars in front. There is a McLaren and a Mazda 3 there having a bit of a battle just in front of me. But yeah, we kind of left the Ferrari to fix his damage, and hopefully we can try and pull away. What on earth is going on out there? I think I can see like 6 or 7 cars all still locked into battle then. But yeah, unfortunately, without that Ferrari to follow, I've just dropped back ever so slightly there. But surely now, if any of them have any issues, we are going to start closing back in at a rather rapid rate of knots. We are still improving. So So, getting my eye in more and more. Not like that, though. Oh, no. It's all gone wrong. I have absolutely eaten the wall of death there. Way too much confidence on the way in, and that is damage on pretty much all four corners there. I was worried about the yellow flag. Someone else has gone, and I think we're going to walk away with last place in Daily Race B. Well, we did have one more rage quit before this race was down and out. But yeah, fastest times down into the 146s. But I think this final lap was going to see a rather large improvement there up towards the start-finish line. It's not going to be anywhere near that kind of time. But it is a 49.9 there in the end. 12th place in Daily Race B. Things are not going so well for us. But we'll head into letter C, I guess. And our final race then of the week takes us to Daytona. Yes, Daytona season has officially begun. Every other video for the next month is probably going to be racing around this venue. I've opted for the 4GT because it's stupidly quick down the straights. However, it does come with, I believe, the worst Group 3 car interior of all time. You know, these are meant to be GT3 cars. And this thing does not look like that from the inside there. But how we're going to get on in this one, only time will tell. Did actually get a few laps of practice in, so I'm hoping we're going to be a little bit close to the pace. That and the fact that, generally speaking, I prefer the race cars to drive on Gran Turismo over the road cars then, as immediately trying to have a look for a run on the Saudi driver in front of me. It is 4GTs absolutely everywhere, though. Looking on the leaderboard, it is basically the 4GT. And I think it's the Peugeot Vision GT car, I want to say. But yeah, there we go. Picked up a couple of places on the exit of the hairpin. Don't quite want to be up this Russian's gearbox as we make our way down in through Sector 2. Try and get on the power around the outside of him on the exit of the corner there, just about able to find the room. Yeah, messed up my final practice lap as he's going to run himself a little bit deep there. I don't know if there was contact on his end, but I certainly didn't feel anything on mine. But yeah, I messed up my final lap, so we should have been in the 44s, which would have put us actually starting mid-table here. So I've got some work to do in this final daily race. It is 10 laps, so it's going to take, just under, going to be about 18, 19 minutes then, which I think is a good length for these kind of races. On Gran Turismo, what I don't think is particularly good is someone going for a ridiculous dive bomb down into the bus stop on lap 1. But I don't think even I came off worse in that. I think someone else tried to have a look for it and ended up even worse situation than I did then. But yeah, clearly Vincent, Saudi Arabian, feeling confident. Are we going to see any other movers? There's still a lot of slipstream battles going on further up the road, but 177 miles an hour, almost 180. So we make our way back down in towards turn 1. Try and cover the apex as best as possible. So easy for someone just to try and force a move up the inside there. Down at that first corner, but this time around, yeah, looking like it's not going to happen there, as there is a big battle pack just in front. Oh, come on. Just got a little bit ran into there off the exit of the hairpin. And the Spaniard is going to say thank you very much. There's people looking for moves absolutely everywhere at the moment, and I'm going to get muscled out. Love that. Absolutely love that. Luckily, ghosting is a thing. Otherwise, I would have been sent to the shadow realm there. But 3 races, and 3 times I've been taken out today. Well, welcome to Gran Turismo Daily Racing there as well. We got yellows. Someone else has had issues. So, I'm not last for very long. Don't know if you've got a pit in this one. But I shouldn't imagine so. Someone else. Oh, no, I got a half-second penalty. Just trying to work out how much you can get away with through the exit of the chicane. And clearly that time around we took just a little bit too much. No idea what's going on between these two in front of me. But yeah, we'll take our penalty. Drop back a little bit of time. Looks like the guy behind me did as well. There is the Saudi already into the pit lane then. So, looking like you might have to pit in this one. Fuel, though, might actually be the bigger concern. Oh, someone else had issues. Spaniard there. I think he picked the wrong 4GT, and I don't think he realised. But we're up into P13. Still got these two battling in front. I still reckon a top 10 is doable here. James, though, is going to get a run. I'm not really going to bother fighting it. May as well let him have the position and we'll keep slipstreaming each other. So we'll back out of that one slightly early. And hopefully he doesn't mess up the run. He has done. So we kind of have to back out of it on the exit of the corner there. And couldn't really use that to capitalise as much as I wanted to. Can you push? Well, we'll try and give him a push, see if that does the job, or whether I'm going to get a penalty for causing a collision there. Don't want to give him too big of a push and take him out in the process. That, I must admit though, that livery is absolutely stunning. As there we go, back into the 46s then. Not fantastic, but certainly not my worst. But yeah, we've still got those two just in front of us that hopefully Hammers and I can close in on. Things easier. German there gets a big wobble. Our fellow Brit will have a look around the outside. Unfortunately though, I'm not close enough to capitalise just yet. Might be able to try and get a run down the inside at the next corner, which we will look for. Make sure I get it stopped on the apex. A little bit of a wobble on the exit, but we stamp out that oversteer pretty quickly. Often usually just takes one big correction on Gran Turismo. You can kind of straighten up the car, or you find yourself crossing your arms and heading off that way. Got a better showcase of the pace that we have got in the car. Almost setting fast lap of the day there, if not for James just in front. But yeah, we're almost at half distance then, or we're pretty much on the half distance. Still no one else opting to pit though here. So I don't know whether the Saudis just messed it up. Either way, or we have closed in on this Russian guy. But I'm going to struggle with lines like that, as again, the German behind just makes a bit of an error. A little bit of side-by-side battling just in front. Yeah, knew that was coming. Knew when I went off the exit of the corner there, I was just running that little bit too wide with the wrong attack angle. So yeah, we're going to lose a bit of time once again, making our way out of the final corner. Gosh, kind of got stuck between gears there. But yeah, a couple more cars into the pit lane then. So yeah, you can actually do this on fuel strategy. So are we going to see the German have a look down the inside? Yes, he is. I'm going to run myself very wide through the apex of the corner and then cannot capitalise on the exit. Yellows, someone else has had issues. So maybe the potential for another freebie in this race. Yeah, there's someone spinning. I think he's given up. No, he's still trying to go. And that's another Spaniard in the wars. Yeah, I knew it again. I followed the guy in front. Right, I'm going to box this time then to kind of negate some of the time lost by serving this penalty. But yeah, a few others opting to stay out there then. Yep, there we go. Into the pits we'll go. We'll try and see if we can get an undercut on the guy in front. But yeah, absolutely do need more fuel. I'm wondering though, did the Saudi Arabian pit way too early in this race? He might have to box again before this race is done and dusted there. But yeah, quite a few of us now heading through the pit lane. I don't mind these races when it obviously is just down to tires, down to fuel strategy even, and the tyre wear doesn't matter anywhere near as much. But yeah, I think we're going to be right back towards the rear of the field. Those 5-spoke Goodyear tyres. Yeah, looking very, very retro on this car. As we'll just bob enough fuel in and we'll get going once again then. Luckily, how does that guy jump me? How does that work? He was way behind me, wasn't he? When I pit, how has he got ahead of me? Another 4GT with issues who, I don't know if he's disconnected or what's going on there. Yeah, there we go. He has gone. Oh, we got another spinner. It's all kicking off late on in the day. We're back up into unlucky P13, but it seems that this week is all about rage quitting on Gran Turismo 7. Every time I overtake someone because they've spam, that they just instantly quit. It's not quite how I would want to do things. As we've still got a few drivers at the front diving into the pit lane. But yeah, trying to close back in on this Spaniard, but also trying not to pick up penalties anymore, which is much easier said than done. Oh, yellows, someone else with issues potentially. Don't know. Oh, this guy behind me, I think. He's gone for a spin, definitely is the guy behind. I can't see anyone in front running slow. But yeah, actually, it looks like there's a lot of cars that kind of folded in on each other here. So one more lap to go after this one. The top 10 is right there. Yeah, of course. I got a bobble over the curbing. I couldn't really do much else there. And we get yet another penalty late on in the day. That's annoying because had we not had that, I could have been very, very close to sneaking fastest lap here. I'm sure we're going to see others improve upon it. Oh, there we go. That guy has taken a big old penalty, and unfortunately, that's kind of spread a lot of this group out in front of me here, but we might still be able to get Cruitan before the end of this one. So let's wait and see then. Maybe just one little mistake through the final couple of corners or something like that. We have just been a little bit faster around most of the lap anyway. So we'd like to try and make the difference if possible. Of course, if we can get that gap back under 3/4 of a second, then obviously we'll get a nice help from the slipstream as well there. But it looks like he's not going to be far behind the car in front either. So a little bit of a wobble as we try and put the power down, but we do get a slightly better run. So gaining in fractionally, but as we make our way out to the banking, that time is all but neutralised once again. So we're going to have to be brave through the final chicane. We haven't really got a lot to lose unless I bin it. Guy behind shouldn't get close enough. But come on, come on, come on. We've just got to make sure we keep it tidy. Nudge the wall on the way in. That's not ideal. Oh, that's way too much. That'll surely be another penalty before we even made it onto the exit. And you can see, yeah, he got a better run than myself anyway then. So somehow, oh, there we go. I was going to say, shocked me didn't get a penalty in that moment. But yeah, in towards the final couple of corners then, we definitely had the pace to try and go fastest of anyone. But yeah, P12 in the final daily race of the week there. It's a tough old week's worth of racing with plenty of crashes as well to go with it there. But thank you all so much for watching nonetheless. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and yeah, we'll be back very soon with more Gran Turismo 7 content. A massive thank you to all of my YouTube members and my Patreon supporters for their continued donations to help my work. These things go much further than I think a lot of you ever realise and allow me to continue making content full-time here on YouTube. So if you want to support me from as little as £1 a month and be featured on all of these end clips, either click the join button next to the subscribe or head over to my Patreon. There's a link down in the description.